your hardware. They give you everything you need, even an Allen wrench. Put everything together. You get the keys. Even got a screwdriver. Only thing they don't have is a little wrench if you want to adjust the legs. If you want to adjust the legs, you'll have to get a wrench to adjust those. But everything else they give you to assemble. So let's put the first two legs on. Here and here. Let's do it. Okay, there's the first leg on. I have to tighten up. There's 2 screws in each leg. So make sure you tighten them all up. Take the Allen wrench they gave us. Get both on there. Make sure you get these things tight, guys. But don't over tighten them. So don't use. I would not use a power tool on these. Okay. And if you get a little scratch like I have on mine right there, nice thing about this black, you can get a little bit of paint, or you could use a Sharpie. Okay, the second leg's on. If you have a hard time with these legs, the easiest thing to do is put this one on first. Just get in there a little bit. You can kind of guide it by lifting up the leg and stuff. But once you get this one in, then you can lay the leg flat to the machine, and it's easier to get this second one in. So just a little tip there, makes it a little easier to put these legs on. Okay, got both front legs on. So now I'm going to go ahead and flip this and put it on the stool to put the back legs on. But make sure you get these legs on here tight, guys. Make sure they're tight before you try to flip it over and put the back legs on. Or you can do it a different way. You can lay this on the side, put the legs on. You know, there's a couple of different ways you could do it, but I like doing it this way. Got it up on my stool, put the last 2 legs on. This thing is heavy, so I would recommend getting another person to help you get up on the stool or whatever you're going to use. Or like I said, you can do it on the side, but either way, have somebody help you lift this up because it is a little bit heavy. So let's put the last 2 legs on. Okay, guys, all 4 legs are on. There they are. The front ones are all on, so we're all on. Now all we got to do is do the back. Get our keys. You do get 2 keys. Get your very own keys, guys. Pop that open. Take that off. Set it to the side. Wires right there. And then this board you see with the fan on it, that is for your HDMIs, your USBs, connectors on the back of your machine. So you can see it's bare bones in there, guys, bare bones. Because it doesn't have the SSF kit or solenoids, so you just got your little board up there for your controls. And you got your board here. There it is, down there. So that's all that's in here. Then you got your wiring for your back box. Then there's your plugs you got to plug into the back box, and this should be it. Should be it. You know, while you're in here, just make sure everything is seated. Just kind of push down on it a little bit. Just make sure everything is seated in here, because things do happen in transportation. And then don't come down here. Here. And you don't have to push hard enough, and just make sure they're, you know, everything's seated in there. You see some wires like this one that's unplugged. That should be for the SSF kit. It's labeled. Then there's a couple down there as well. They may be for the SSF kit as well. So we'll find out here. But that is the inside, guys. Let's put the back box on now. I think we just need 2 wing nuts. There's a wing nut in here, and one goes here, I do believe. And then the wire's tucked down in here. Okay, before we put the back box on here, you got to take out these screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And they do give you a screwdriver with it if you want to use theirs. And you just unscrew these and set them aside. Okay, I got all the screws out of there. I put the screws in the little tray thing they gave us. Pull in there, just use the handle here. Pull the back off. Set it aside. And then this is what's inside. You got 2 speakers. Got a board here, got a board here. Once again, make sure these cables are seated correctly. So this looks like it 4 ohms and 5 watts. Okay. And these are 2-inch speakers. 4K is 3.5. All my connections look good. We'll stick it on. They even give you back box instructions right on the inside of the box itself. And I was right. Those ones inside labeled N and that. But like that cable there, that cable there, and those ones back there all labeled blue. Those are for the SSF kit and solenoids. So I was right. We only have 3 that we got to put together. You got 1, 2, and 3. That's all we need, since we don't have the SSF kit. And once again, this is how yours is going to come from Sam's Club as well. It does not come with the SSF kit or solenoids. Power. Then we got the same panel as the 4K. Got your 3 HDMIs. Got a USB here, and then you got the newer USB here, and then Ethernet cable if you want to hardwire it into your Wi-Fi. So there you go, guys. Same back as a 4K. Stick this thing up here. Okay. Make sure there's no cables down here that are pinched or anything. Make sure everything's flush, movable. And you only have 2 holes. One right there, and one right there for the wing nuts. Should go right in. It's going in already. So it's real easy, simple. Okay, make sure you get them in there tight. Make them snug. If you're not over tightened though, just make sure your back box is sturdy. Okay, let's put the plugs in. Tangled here. Okay, so they are all stuck together. They do have a zip tie on there. Make it easier to get it up through the back box if you keep them on there. But you can feed them one at a time. If you take that clip off, cord's there, but this is the clip. But I'll put it on this side of that clip. Just makes it a little easier. Or you could even cut that clip if you wanted to. Just feed it through. So you got plenty of cord here. So make sure you pull it all the way up. Okay, so it's just this simple is, so 2 goes to 2, or green goes to green. 1 orange goes to 1 orange. And then 3 goes to 3, which is this one here. So go ahead and put those on, guys. Real simple. They're coded nicely. So no guesswork. This one even tells you up. So that tells me that should go this way. So it's up. Okay, let's put this thing in. Do not force anything, guys. Do not force anything. Make sure it goes in. Make sure it's in. Make sure it's snug. You do not want to damage any of the pins. Go ahead and put 3 in. Here's 3. Goes here. Make sure it is seated. Okay, seems to be seated. And then 2 goes to 2, which is that one. That's their last one. Okay, got it in there. And make sure you hear a little click, because this little piece here, if you want to take it off too, you have to pry this little piece up a little bit right here with my thumbs on. You have to pry that up. to get it out, and then you push on these little things on the side to get it out. So that's it, guys. Okay, so I reseated that. So now 2 is kind of free. It's not bumping into these other 2 cables. Okay, all you have to do is put the thing back on, the lid, and fire this thing up. I forgot to show you that the dowel rods go in this hole here. You can see it in this hole here. You see them in there. I don't know if you can see them. You can kind of see it down there. You put those on before you do the back box. So you put those on there. It just helps keep it straight. It helps you with putting the screws in. So don't forget to put the dowel rods on there. They give you 3, but you need 2. Okay, guys. Got all the screws on there. So those are all on, guys. And then, like I said, don't over tighten these. These are real small screws. Be real gentle with them. They will strip out. And don't use a power tool on these. Like I said, it takes like maybe 3 or 4 cranks to get those in there. They're real small. And the last thing to do, guys, is put your pedal back on. See this cord here? Don't pinch it. You put it back on. And this here has a little thing on the bottom there. You see it? That goes in this little groove right here. Just kind of stick it in there, in that groove. Make sure it's straight, and then lock it down, guys. Lock it down. Secure. It's secure. So now we're done, guys. We're done putting this thing together. Simple. You got 4 legs. Put the back box on. Connect the 3 wires. I would check, make sure your wires are all secure, because they do route off. As you can see, I had a problem with one of my side things. So always check your wires to make sure they're secure in their slots. And don't ever force anything, because you do not want to break any of those pins. Let's plug this thing in and see what we got, guys. Okay, guys, there it is. There it is, all put together. I love the purple on it. And yes, some of you might notice that they do not have their weapons. That's what they wanted on the side art, guys. So don't blame Atgames for the no weapons. That is what Paramount and Nickelodeon wanted. There's the back box artwork. Besides not having weapons, I think the artwork looks great. Love the purple they used. Got the pizza there. You do have a throwing star, so we do technically have a weapon on there. And there is the front, guys. Got a shredder there instead of a coin door. So the artwork is a little different. Interesting. Got some green goo, guys, coming from the sewers. I think that's it, though. I think everything else is the same. That's cool, though. They got the green goo on there. So it is a little different on this side. And then you got the pretty much the same artwork on the back box. I do believe. Yeah. And then there's the pizza, them coming out of the hole. So, yeah, pretty same except for the green goo coming out of there. Yeah. And the pizza's in a little back of. I think that's pushed back because of the green goo. I don't like that. Okay, so the most satisfying part, putting these things, but is peel off. Voila. But as you can see, they do have their weapons on the front panel. So at least they have the weapons here. I like to have them on the side art too, but at least we have them. Since 1984. So they all say since 84. Then you got your names, and then you got their weapons that they use. So at least we have the weapons somewhere. That one wasn't as satisfying as the other one. And we got the last piece here. Sorry, come on. Oh yeah. Voila. You can see it there. Okay, so you got turtles up there. Got some green spots splatter. That's pretty cool. You've got some lines in there. Oh, it's like a city backdrop. Okay, that's kind of cool. Then of course you got your speakers. And you can see some windows from like a building. So that's what that is around there. It's like a city backdrop with some buildings. Like you see, there's windows from that building there. You can kind of see the windows up there in that building. So that's pretty cool. And then there is your speakers. And then your DMD. And then their back glass. Okay guys, that's the end of part 2. So I took it from the box to assembled. So part 3, we will turn it on and check out the display, the UI interface. I imagine there'll be some updates we'll have to do. Probably have to do a system update, probably have to do a firmware update. But before you go, please smash that like button for me. I appreciate it. New to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Turn that bell on so you don't miss any of my future videos. I will see ya.